the Word. Notice God told the prophet, said, eat the scroll. In the Old Testament. The prophet of the New Testament said, eat the little book. Why? That the prophet and the Word would be one. That's the ark. The Word of God. God has promised His Word, how it would be fulfilled. And how it would come to pass when He chose His bride. How it would be done. It's happening right before you in the name of the Lord. And that's by the original Word. The evening time message is here. How many remembers Haywood? When he wrote, it shall be light about the evening time. The path of glory you'll surely find. Yes, the evening promise of the seven seals of Revelation 10, Malachi 4, Luke 30 and 10. Read Deuteronomy 4, 1 and 4. Then 25th and 26th verse and see what he said about for this last day. This was Moses saying to Israel to keep every word. Don't you add one thing. Moses, that prophet, had been up there and seen that word of God, and it was wrote out to him and vindicated by God's own handwriting. He said, you keep every word. Don't you add one thing to it or take one thing from it. You read that in the 25th and 26th verse of Deuteronomy 4. Notice, don't you add to it. Don't you take away from it. Because if you do, God will take your part from the book of life, and it shows that you wasn't His seed. Remember, everything that God has promised us, everything that God spoke to us, everything that's been told to you in the name of the Lord, it has happened. God has never made one promise null, but He's kept every promise that He said and has told us has been the truth. For these 20 years, Shreveport, I preached to you through the power of God and the courtesy of your pastors. And I take you to record today, even to women past bearings, man, children, afflictions, healings, prophecies, things that would happen. Not one of them has ever failed. Now stay away from those denominations. They're leading you to death. Samuel stood one day and they said, we want a king. We want to be like the rest of the world. Samuel said, don't take that king. He'll take your sons and daughters and he'll do this and do that. He said, yeah, I know you're right. Samuel said, listen to me. Did I ever take any of your money? Did I ever beg you for a living? Did I ever tell you had to give me so much salary to hold a meeting for you? Now judge yourself, even now. He said, did I ever tell you anything in the name of the Lord but what come to pass? Not one thing. Oh, yes, Samuel, you never did beg us for money. You never did want big things. Samuel, that's true. And everything you told us in the name of the Lord come to pass. But Samuel, we want our denomination anyhow. Then go take it. It's up to you. Right. You can think you're doing God a service. If you're going out of God's way of doing it, you're going to keep messing it up on and on. Oh, Church of the Living God. Please forgive my Irish way and my sense of humor. But in the sincerity and sacredness of my heart, you assemblies of God, you Oneness, Presbyterian, Methodist, whatever you are, flee for your life. Remember, get out from there.